Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be looking at where all these states are currently sitting at according to the latest averages in these states. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want more content just like this. And make sure to follow the Twitter and join the Discord server in the description down below. And so in Oregon, as of right now, there may not necessarily be an aggregate in the state of Oregon, but the latest poll from the Independent Center has Biden ahead by 11 points, just like the previous video. So we'll be putting that in the likely column. In the state of Nevada, this is a state Biden won pretty handedly, actually. And if we look at the three-way race over here, we're actually going to see Donald Trump leads by an average of 4.3%. So that will be in the lean Republican column, according to the average. This would be about 6 points better than what Biden did last time. That would be a huge shift in that state. We're actually going to put Hawaii in the safe column. I forgot to put it safe. Trump was leading it in the last video because of the latest poll, but as of right now, Biden actually leads by 2.5 because I did average out the two polls. He technically does lead by only 2.5 points in Hawaii, which is very bad for him. If we look at the state of Colorado, that's going to be the next one we look at. We can see that in this aggregate, as of right now, Biden only leads by 7 percentage points in that aggregate, which is very abysmal for him. Even in a state like New Mexico, we're going to go ahead and look at that. The latest poll, this is very interesting for the Senate race. The Democrats only ahead by 3, so that's interesting. And if we look at John Zogby, Biden's also ahead by only 7 points as well. So that puts the state in the likely Democrat column. We go to Arizona. We're going to be able to see here that in the latest aggregate, as of right now, we will see in the three-way race, Donald Trump is currently leading the polls by 4.4 percentage points as of right now. So that's going to be putting it in the lean Republican column. That gets him to 252. If we go to the state of Georgia, we're going to be able to see that Donald Trump is also up in this state as well by a pretty decent amount. He leads by exactly 5.1 points in the latest third-party aggregate. That puts him there. Now, Virginia, here's the shocker, guys. Everyone's going to be like, whoa, what's going on here? Donald Trump, believe it or not, is up in the aggregate in Virginia. He is up by 0.2% in the polling average in the state of Virginia, which already gives him the presidency without winning any of these other states. Illinois, as of right now, this is also something really interesting to look at as well. The state of Illinois, currently Biden leads by 13 in the latest John Zogby poll. So more than likely, the state will be under 15. I don't think it's going to be within 5 necessarily. Well, my forecast technically does have it right under 5. So this could be off a couple points in either direction. But I'd suspect it'd probably be off in favor of Biden. So Biden probably wins it by 6 or 7, maybe even 8, but definitely not anywhere close to 15 as of right now. Now, New Jersey, we have that +5 poll. Delaware would be likely as well. New Hampshire, if we go to the aggregate in the state of New Hampshire, we're also going to see something really interesting. Donald Trump is down by only 3.7 percentage points. The polling error here was around 4 to 5 points in favor of Biden. So if you were to apply that aggregate error, Donald Trump actually is up in New Hampshire. If we look at Maine at large, we're not going to see an aggregate, mainly because I don't really think they want people to realize how bad things are going. But if we see Digital Research has a poll where Biden leads by 2, Trump kind of leads by 1. If we look at my aggregate over here, we'll actually just pull up my aggregate from my forecast. He leads by 2.3, which needs to be updated. That puts him up there. In Nebraska second, if you average out the two polls, the Republican and Democrat poll, Biden leads by around 2 points there. And when we look at the Rust Belt, we will see that Donald Trump in Wisconsin, it's really tight in the polls, which could suggest Donald Trump actually wins the state pretty easy, considering that, the polls tend to be very off against Trump in the state. Biden actually leads by 2.4 in the third party aggregate, so we're going to be giving that to Biden as of right now. If we go to Michigan, we're going to see that aggregate on the meanwhile, I think maybe a lot closer, actually. We're going to be looking at this in just a second. Biden leads by 0.3 in the aggregate, so he's up narrowly in that aggregate. And if we look at Pennsylvania, as of right now, we're going to be seeing something interesting here. Donald Trump in the state of Pennsylvania leads by 0.7 percentage points in that aggregate. And now for the big shocker in Minnesota. Donald Trump in the state of Minnesota leads in the latest aggregate by 1.6 percentage points. So that's lean R. So in this video, Minnesota is actually more Republican than Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, all of them, and Virginia. And literally the other state that's more Republican is Maine at large, funny enough. And so that is essentially it for this video. These are what all the latest aggregates show as of right now. Donald Trump still has 312 electoral college votes to Biden's 226. And this is actually quite funny that the polling averages according to Decision Desk look like this. It's funny to see Trump up in Minnesota and Virginia, but not up in Wisconsin and Michigan. I think that's very interesting, and we'll see how it plays out. But the polling errors in the Rust Belt tend to be very bad for Republicans. So if those polling errors from last cycle hold up, you may see Donald Trump win all of these Rust Belt states by over 5 percentage points and win Virginia by 2 to 3. And so that is it for this video, guys. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more content just like this, and make sure to follow the Twitter and join the Discord server in the description down below. And I will see you guys very, very soon.